It is April 24th. I'm sitting here in my car in my designated sleeping spot at one of my designated parking spots because I live in my car still. It has been longer than a month that I've been doing this, being homeless. I've been homeless for like a month and some change now. I don't know, this isn't really a vlog. I really just wanted to talk. It's like 10:15. I should definitely be asleep right now because I work a labor-intensive job now. I was just like thinking, and like looking back at where I was like a year ago. What do I want to say here? I mean, if you've been following the blog for a while, or have been, even if you just know me, or if you've like watched my videos or follow me on just anybody, anywhere, from any platform, whether it's in real life or on social media, I don't know. I was just like looking at some old pictures and looking at like old videos and kind of, I just was like accidentally scrolling through them because I should be studying right now, but I'm not. Just because I've been feeling some weird emotions lately and I'm trying to like find myself. I've really just been like struggling trying to like find who Jake is, who Jacob is. It's my real name. I don't know. When I first moved to Florida, I like everybody started calling me Jake, and then I realized that I don't like being called Jacob anymore because I felt like Jacob was had a completely different personality, and I'm just not that person anymore. I don't know if that makes sense, but anyways, I was looking at some like year, if not 2-year old YouTube videos I made. Like I watched my very first vlog ever, and I'm like 71, 72 vlogs deep now on my YouTube channel, and just I was a completely different person. Like I look back and I'm just like, there were instances where I'm like, man, that was a fun time in my life, and then I was watched some other older videos and was like, damn, I was really struggling in that video, and it just kind of helped me realize where I came from, where how far I've come, how I got where I currently am, like, and it was just crazy to me, And one of the things that really stuck out to me is like when I started this YouTube channel a year ago, I was like almost completely devoted to it. Like I was so happy that I had started doing this. I feel like just because, number one, documentation, like right this second, like I'm gonna be able to watch this video like 10 years from now, and just to see myself like grow, and learn. And I still don't exactly know what I'm trying to say in this video. I don't know, it's crazy. I've just been, and I'm just gonna kind of go on a rant here. This is just gonna be a weird video that I'm not even gonna edit this. You know what? This is gonna be the rawest of the raw videos that I've put out in a while. I moved here to Florida because of recovery, because I'm a drug addict, and this is something I haven't talked in my vlogs about in a really long time. I think the last vlog I did about recovery and being a drug addict was the video that's like 30 minutes long about me having a lapse. And if you don't know, there's a difference between a relapse and a lapse. A relapse is when you are fully engaged in your drug use, things are starting to fall apart, You've been doing it for a while, full-blown relapse. Just a simple lapse is where you're doing good, you're on the right track, you're doing what you're supposed to do, you're staying sober, and you just, like, fuck up, like, once. And you realize what you did, you knew that it was a mistake, and you say, forget it, I don't want to keep doing it, I did it one time, that was enough for me to understand that I don't want to do it again, and you just continue living your life as if you were still sober. Anyways, I made a video about it. I called it a drug study on myself. But anyways, that was like the last time that I did recovery, and I just feel like a part of me is like it's important to get that message across to people still, because that's where I started. You know, I was living in a halfway house when I started making YouTube videos, you know. I was managing it. I was half-assed managing a halfway house here in Florida when I started making these videos, and I've relapsed twice since starting YouTube, but I've been sober for like a year and a half now, with one lapse in there somewhere. I think it was a year into being sober that I had a minor lapse, which is that video. And recovery though has been, I haven't been avoiding talking about it. It's just like my whole entire outlook on it's completely different than when I started YouTube. And I've been kind of shy about it because, like, you know, my way might not work for other people, you know? Like, I've always kind of considered this, and every addict says this, but for my sake, I feel like it's different, and addicts say that too, but I feel as if, like, I can have a drink and be completely okay. You know, because in recovery, people say, or you're supposedly not allowed to do anything mind-altering, you know, whether that's, drinking, smoking weed, doing hard drugs, heroin, like meth, anything, ecstasy, pills, Ritalin, just whatever. You're not allowed to do any of that. And although doing none of those things is a better... I mean, that just for the sake of everybody, not even if you're in recovery, you know, just that it's better to be that way. In some cases, God, shit. You know, I'm a supporter of weed. I know what it can do for people medicinally, and even for the people that do it recreationally, that can still manage their lives and go through with it and freaking have a job and go to school and stuff. I completely support that too, you know? And, I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is like, I don't feel, like I don't go to meetings anymore. I don't go to AA meetings. I don't do NA. I'm kind of a black sheep of recovery, I feel like, you know? And I wouldn't be, subject to going. Like, if someone invited me to a meeting, I'd probably still go. I've just always, felt like in my own life that going to meetings just reminds me of drugs, and you have to listen to all of these other people talk about their struggles and their drug uses and their drug stories, and it just makes me revert back to those times when I was using, and I end up feeling worse than I end up feeling worse going afterwards than I did before I went. I'm saying that weird. I feel worse after I leave the meeting than I did before I went. And you're supposed to go to those meetings feeling rejuvenated and helped after those meetings, which is the case for most people in recovery, I feel like. But it's just not for me. I don't like hearing about it, because then my mind will focus on it the rest of the day, you know? And I already have a tough time not trying to think about drugs and stuff, you know? Much less going to a meeting and the whole entire meeting revolves around that, you know? And, you know, and just as kind of proof that this version of recovery works for myself, is like I've had a drink, like, since my last lapse video, you know, and a person in recovery or a drug addict would consider that a lapse or a relapse, that I had a beer with someone that I randomly met at a brokerage. You know, I'm still trying to get into real estate. You know, I've been going to different brokerages and seeing which firm I want to work for or a company I want to work for, you know. And I made a couple of friends, other realtors and stuff, and they asked if I wanted to go and have a drink, and I had like half a beer with them. I didn't even finish the beer. I had half a beer with them. That was like 3 months ago. And, you know, I still kind of apply the rules of recovery. I mean, there's not really rules of recovery. It depends on which program you're working. But I was and still half-ass am working the 12 steps out of the big book, which is the AA book. And I'm fine. Like, I haven't done any drugs or drank since then. And I don't keep up with my time anymore because I just feel like it's irrelevant. Except for meth. Like, meth was a bigger issue, obviously. For me, you know, some people out there are alcoholics. You know, I was a tweaker. I was a meth addict. And, you know, a lot of people actually say that alcohol is the worst drug. And I would agree with that, actually. But it's just not for me. That's kind of like the whole entire reason why I haven't been talking about it lately, is just because most people or most addicts in recovery just they're not like me, I guess. And so I don't want to set a bad example, you know. I've just gotten to a point, you know, before I even, you know, because I was a meth addict for 8 years now. It's been 8 years. But I had been studying AA and recovery the past 10, 12 years. And I'm almost 27 years old, you know. The person that I used with, or a majority of my time using with, you know, had been forced to go to AA meetings since an early age, and I would help and go with him before I even got into drugs and stuff, you know. So you just have to learn what works for you. Don't let anyone else try and tell you what's best for you, you know. Unless you're under the influence and you're like, I'm just gonna freaking shoot up this one last little bit of my drug, like, then obviously that's a different case. But freaking just what works for me may not work for you, and vice versa. And don't let anyone try and tell you what's gonna work and what's not gonna work for yourself. This works for me. And but just know that it's been like a decade of freaking me trying to figure it out for me to finally understand what does work for me, you know? So, it's not easy, is what I'm trying to say. Anyways, that's the whole catch-up on the whole recovery thing. You know, I've been out of halfway houses for a long time now, it feels like. And still just like trying to figure shit out. I don't think that's ever gonna stop. I don't think I'm ever gonna freaking... I don't know what the main purpose of this video was. I just really saw where I was a year ago and wanted to make this video just because I have been through a lot in the past year. And I'm trying not to stop talking because I want this to be one whole entire clip, damn it. Just freaking sorry, this is real life Jake right here. This is I don't know where to go in life right this second. I'm like sitting here like looking at this real estate book, and it's been 2 days since I've studied. It's sitting right next to me, and I just don't want to. You know? Some days, like, I'll get through a whole entire chapter. Some days I'll schedule a test to try and retest. Some days I'll just be like, fuck real estate. Like, I don't want to do it. That's most days, actually. You know, I just feel like I just wouldn't be good at it in the field. There's the investment side of things, and there's the realtor sides of things. And I don't think I would be good at being a realtor. But I don't know because I haven't tried, because I haven't passed that test. But maybe I will be good at it. Maybe I won't. Just when I finally do take this, the last time I take the test, when I'm finally tired of taking the test and I see my grade, whether I pass or whether I fail, I think I know at that moment, when that moment comes, I'm going to know whether or not I actually want to do it. Because right this second, even if I got a passing grade, I feel like I'll come to a realization that this isn't even really what I wanted in the first place. You know? And it's been a while. It's been like a year and a half that I've been studying this real estate thing. And, you know, you can call me dumb. Just academically, I've always struggled my whole entire life. You know, C, D, F student through school. It's a freaking miracle I even got my diploma. Don't know how the hell that happened, but I got it. You know, I freaking dropped out of college. I went to a community college in like my hometown that's like super easy that anyone can get into. I don't even remember taking an SAT. And you know, I went into college. By the way, this is a rant video. That's why I'm just letting it go. But I went to college, and right after graduating high school is when I actually started using. I had already been like introduced to it. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save that story. I'm gonna make another video. It's gonna be similar to this, except I'm gonna do my story. I still haven't done that. I've been dreaming about doing it, but I want to I'm finally ready to like actually put my story out there. My drug story. How it happened, when it started, what happened in the past 8 years leading up to where I am right now. It's probably what I should have done this whole entire video on. I need to recline my chair and go to sleep. I'm actually like comfortable where I'm at, which is sad. You don't ever want to be comfortable in life. You always want to be pushing yourself to greater heights. Be grateful for where you are while in the midst of accomplishing more. Let's go with that. I learned it at that from an Instagram post. And I purposely just sounded weird just then. If you made it through the whole entire video, you're a freaking champ. I don't understand why you would do that. I personally find myself like super boring. Yeah. Speaking of boring, I'm just gonna keep going here. Never mind. How long is this video? 20 minutes exactly. I love y'all. Don't like this video. Don't leave a comment, and don't subscribe. And, whatever. I'm just gonna get out of here. I just feel like if I keep filming, I'm eventually gonna think of something I should have said, you know? I do love the subscribers I have. I have 222 right this second, and I am stoked about that. I think that's freaking amazing. My videos only get like 30 views right now. Anywhere from 30 views to like 150 views is typical right this second. So I don't understand how I have 222, because obviously some of them are probably bots or something. And it's because I make stupid ass videos like this. Or maybe it's not dumb. Maybe I just don't have any friends that need to vent to YouTube. It's probably a true story. I really don't have anyone here in Florida. I don't have anyone actually that I hang out with outside of work or delivery dudes. The same thing, work. I mean, I'm still doing the construction thing. Those guys are awesome. But I don't hang out with them outside of work. I don't hang out with anyone outside of work. Because I either study, I do yoga, I go skate. I don't really hang out with anyone at the skate park. I'm kind of a loner. I've been telling myself I've been doing it on purpose because I don't want to waste time. It wouldn't be wasted time, but I don't want to waste time like talking with friends or even meeting girls. There have been a lot of girls that I've actually wanted to talk to, and I still could have, just with the money situation, and you know, I can't imagine a girl wanting to date someone that lives in their car, which is fucking bullshit. That shouldn't matter. I shouldn't have even said that. There might be some girls that would understand that, but just still, I'm poor. I mean, I'm not poor. I'm just... I wouldn't want to have a girlfriend right now. And I have, like, attachment issues. I'm one of them dudes that freaking, like, falls in love, like, way too quickly. Or falls in lust, if you will. I don't know, it's hard for me to chill. I've got a lot of energy, and my mind is, like, this, like, weird white van just, like, pulled up next to me. I just have, like, a lot of, weird shit that goes on with my mind. I actually think that... What's up?
Mad, don't get mad. You gonna be here all night, my friend?
Why?
The reason I'm asking is because whatever, I'm just asking. I'm not trying to cause no problem. I like to park there because I got a generator, and I hide it over there, and I just asking.
Oh, yeah, no, I can move for you, dude.
So you don't have to move, look, I don't mean it like that, man. I'm just asking you, I mean, if you're gonna, whatever. I don't want to bother you with a generator either. I got a Yamaha generator, it's quiet as hell.
Okay.
You can't hardly hear it.
No.
I just want to be respectful, that's all.
That's okay, man. No, I'll move to the other side.
How about we just switch spots?
That's okay. I'll move to the other side. I usually go over there anyways. I was just filming something, yeah.
You're so nice. What's your name?
I'm Jake.
Jake, I'm Michael. Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I do. I hope I'm not pissing you off.
No. No, you're good.
Right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna be here for today. Look, are you from down here?
I'm from Texas.
I've been here in Delray my whole life.
Wow, okay.
If you need it, are you all right?
I'm good.
All
I'm
right.
good.
I'm
Thank
no
you.
weirdo.
I am a weirdo on purpose.
All right. Thanks, brother.
Yeah. I feel like a dick now. I like had an attitude there for a second. Maybe I am pissed off that that I live in my car and sleep in Walmart parking lots for a month straight, and I'm a drug addict that hasn't used meth in a really long time, and I don't know how to live life because I never learned, because I freaking used meth to drown all my problems. I have a lot of mental issues, I feel like. Or maybe I don't, I just chose not to deal with them. That's saying the exact same thing. Jake, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, man. Shit, I just, that video just took a whole entire toll. What, did y'all hear what just happened? I'm probably not even gonna watch this video. Some guy pulled up, I was in a really good spot to go to sleep, and this van pulled up, and I was filming this, and he wanted to get my attention, but I was too busy talking to the camera. And he honked his horn, and I reached out, and he was like, I hope I'm not pissing you off. You looked like you got pissed when I... Anyways, I let him have my spot because he's got a generator in his van, and he's probably going through some shit too, and he's probably sleeping in his van tonight. And I'm doing this by choice. That guy over there in his van may not be doing this by choice. He may have just gotten out of a divorce and has nowhere to sleep and has no money. He could be literally homeless. I don't have to be homeless. I just need more money, and I need to save it. And I don't know, guys. I'm not miserable. Like, I go to work happy. I drink coffee every morning. I still study. I study constantly. I don't want y'all to think I'm, like, dumb or anything for not studying real estate. I'm constantly studying or reading something or listening to anything, like, real estate related, like Joe Rogan or Ed Milet, anything motivational. Like, that has been an ongoing thing every single day for the past year and a half. Like, I have all this, like, business knowledge just from, like, listening to, like, Gary Vee and all these other billionaires or multimillionaires. And, like, I haven't even been able to reproduce, like, my knowledge into anything because I don't really have any ideas as far as, like, businesses go. But that would be really cool if I could start my own business. It's kind of like one of my dreams. Or it basically is my dream, is to have my own business. I want to be a businessman, One of the greatest man that I think I probably ever knew was my grandpa. He's full-blood Mexican. We call him Papa, not Grandpa. I still have a note in my wallet that I keep. That was a written note from my Papa that said, I will always be watching, even when you think I'm not. And it hits me every time. Like, even just thinking and saying that out loud, it really hits me. And under that, it said, happy 10th birthday. And I've kept that note since my 10th birthday. And I'll be 27 years old in like a month. And anyways, he was a businessman. He owned his own roofing company and stuff, and he's always the nicest man in the world. It didn't matter what he was going through. He was always genuine and kind and respectful to everybody, no matter what he was going through. He had a lot of health problems, and he didn't let anything happen to him. He was tough. And I don't know, I loved him. And I don't know, I just always, that's like, I just wanted, where am I going with this? The reason I wanted to get into real estate is because I've seen friends do well at it. I want financial freedom, and you can achieve that through real estate. With real estate, being a realtor or being an investor, you can do all of these. It's an unlimited amount of things you can do. And you are essentially what determines how much you make, you know? And that's what I like about it, you know? I mean, if there were other things other than real estate I could do that with, I'd probably do it, but, you know, I am not exactly the best fit, I feel like, for being a realtor. You got to be good with people. You got to want to talk to people. You got to be a good conversationalist. You've got to freaking have a smile on your face all the time. You've got to do what I think is like all of those types of things, being a people person and shit. All of those things are what I'm like not, you know? With that said, and I've prayed about this, I want to do like a complete 180. That's like been a huge main goal for me. It's just like making a complete 180 with myself. Going from being a drug addict, being depressed, wanting to like essentially like just die, to being someone that people look up to. Being a successful person, you know? And success isn't measured with how much you make, you know? Like, even right this second, some people would consider me successful because of having won over a battle with crystal meth, you know? So far, so good. Knock on wood. Or just knock on something. I just want to be able to take care of my family. You know, I just want to be able to have a lot of money and take care of my family. Take care of my little sister. You know? You know, my parents like got divorced, and it was like ugly for a little while, and you know, I was here when it happened. Or I mean, when it happened, I was in Texas and had to go through all that shit, but like I'm here in Florida, where I know I'm meant to be. My little sister's still having to deal with all that shit back home. She's too young to just move, you know? Anyways, what I'm trying to say is, like, I wish I could be financially stable enough to just be like, come stay with me here in Florida. Like, that'd be cool. Start over here, you know? Anyways. I guess what I'm trying to say is I just want a lot of money. And finances aren't important in life, you know? Or money isn't important in life. And I understand that. It's just like, I want a lot of money because of what I would do with it, you know? I just want to help people. You know, I always say in my videos, like, I always, like, just pray that what I'm saying in these videos can help someone else. I mean, I just tell people what I'm going through in the hopes that other people can learn or relate to what I'm going through. I don't need much. I live in my car on purpose. I don't need much. Most nights I eat canned chicken. It's $1 from Walmart with crackers. That's a real thing I do to save money. And I'm okay with that. It sucks, but like, it's whatever, you know? I don't know if there's much else I can say right this second, other than, you know, maybe I could go off of where I was. I just want to be a successful businessman, I think. I want to be like my papa was, except I want to be 10 times better than that. I want people to know me. I want to be inspiring. I want to just, I want to be somebody. I just want to help people. And I'm just stuck where I currently am. Mentally, mostly, in my head, is the biggest issue for me right now. You know? This is the whole reason why I started using drugs in the first place. I never had a drug problem. I mean, of course, once I started using meth and stuff, like, of course that took over, and I got addicted to meth and the feelings that it produced for me. I felt like a Superman on it. Like, my dopamine levels went through the roof. I felt ways I had never felt before. I was a lot happier, you know, with the dopamine. I never felt that way before. I was always a depressed kid growing up. I would always, like, not want to talk to people. I'd always freaking just lay in bed all day. Like, I was the kid at school that ate his lunch in the bathroom. And I had friends, and I still have those friends to this day, because, you know, I don't have that many people, but the people I do have stuck around for years, and I'm blessed to have those friends still. But I was never good at making friends. Or so I feel. I'm just weird. One second I'll be talkative as fuck, and then the next second I'll just want to be quiet and not say anything. It's almost like a bipolar thing, except I don't think it's bipolar, because, like, I just know it's not. Been through too many doctors, too many psychiatrists, too many psychologists telling me this and that and this and that, and I'm tired of it. Try this pill, try that pill. Oh, that pill's not working. It's because we need to mix that pill with this pill, and then it'll work. It always makes things worse. I don't take anything now. I don't take any pills. Nothing that freaking has a dramatic chemical change in my brain or anything. I don't do that anymore. I just try and eat healthy, drink water, and I'm really into, like, mushroom related stuff, not psilocybin. I think there's penicillin in psilocybin, and I'm allergic to penicillin, so nonetheless, I've tried shrooms a couple of times. Almost choked and died on it, actually. It's a funny story. It was like capsules of shrooms, like, powdered up, and I tried swallowing them, and the powder, like, got stuck in my throat, and I started dry heaving, and I started choking, and then I threw up everywhere, and then I could breathe again, but I wasted it, and anyways, my experiences on psilocybin were not fully engaged, I guess you could say. Anyways, but like chaga, lion's mane, those types of things, I am actually super supportive of, and I actually think I have some coffee right here. Gosh dang it, every time I go to, like, try and find something, it just magically, there it is, disappears. Mushroom coffee. Anyways, huge supporter. Anything that is made from earth, I support pretty much. Once you start putting potions together in the gauntlet and shit, and make this crystalline substance, that's when shit gets real. Oh god, I'm starting to change my voice. I've got, like, all of these different voices that I go into. I freaking got my country accent that I talk in at work all the time, because they listen to bluegrass at work, you know what I'm saying? And I just get in this weird mood. I don't know if these are, like, different alter egos, or if these are different personalities, you know what I'm saying? Shit. But I reckon that I'm starting to lose my mind, and this is a 40-minute video exactly. 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 40 minutes and 5 seconds. Anyways, there's that accent, and then there's also this accent that I like to do. It's probably my favorite one, is to do this one. I don't know why. It just depends on what's going on, which determines which voice I end up using. But I'm gonna take a sip of my water right here. Let me know down in the comments whether this accent is good or not. It just kind of depends on what words I'm saying. Some of the words I know are good, and then some of them aren't necessarily that good. What the fuck are you doing, Jake? Get your shit together. I need to get off. I said I was gonna get off here like freaking a long time ago, and I didn't. Don't leave a comment about my accents. Earlier I told y'all not to do shit. Don't like this video. Don't leave a comment. It is almost 11 o'clock. It is almost 11 p.m. and I gotta get up for work in the morning. This is crazy. Who the fuck is gonna watch a 41-minute video in 23 seconds? Who's gonna watch this? If you are watching this, like, you know, you legitimately have a good understanding of who I am now, pretty much. Just stay tuned for my drug story when I finally post it. I'll edit that and make it special. Because that's pretty much the most dramatic thing that I've ever had to go through. And it's pretty much made me who I am today. It's the whole entire reason why I'm here in Florida. Times have changed now. Things are different here. But, I love doing this. I love filming myself. I love, like, talking to this camera. I don't know, there's something about it. I just wish I had more to do. So I could, like, show all of y'all, the viewers, like, cool stuff. Like, I don't know if I'd do pranks. I don't know if I'd, like, teach. I could teach something. I could do the vlog thing. You know, this isn't a vlog. This is a rant. I could do all kinds of things. I could make friends. That would be nice. And do videos with them doing random shit. I could... It's a video. They're videos. I could do freaking anything. I need to get off of here, Jake. Get off of YouTube. Get off of YouTube, Jake. Shit. Fuck. You bitch. Okay, I'm gonna get off. If this video only gets 5 views, those 5 viewers are something. Okay. I need to go to sleep. I'm gonna recline my chair back. This isn't in any of my other videos. I'm just gonna show y'all how I actually get ready for bed. So, luckily for me, my chair has like 3 different settings. Like it reclines all the way back. That's the back seat. And then you can do this. And then also it goes sideways, like left and right. So I can kind of position it where it needs to go. The back seat is too small for me to sleep back there, like wide-wise. I tried it. Super uncomfortable. This is my blanket that I bought from Walmart for $12, and it's literally the best blanket I've ever bought. Super hot, keeps you super warm. It's like fluffy. It's like super fluffy, and it's huge. It's like I can wrap myself in that blanket like 3 times. and there's a pillow right there, but I don't use the pillow because I literally have like no tint on my windows, and I don't have any of those like window covers. I should probably get some of those. I'm literally just like the cheapest person in the world, and I'm actually good with money, except for when I'm not. True story. I'm good with money, just like not when I'm not good with it. True story. You just said the same thing twice in a row. Go to fucking sleep, Jake. Sweater. I use a sweater for a pillow instead of the pillow. Can y'all tell that I'm losing my mind? Maybe I'm not losing my mind. Maybe this is the most sane thing I've done all year, is make this video. No one's gonna watch this video, Jake. It's too ridiculous. No one is gonna spend fucking 45 minutes watching this damn video. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm a motherfucking go to sleep!